This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Road is my spiritual advisor, and condolences seems to be coming in from around the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. On social media, we know that the Deputy Prime Minister, I. Chester Cooper, has sent condolences. We know that Opposition Leader Michael Pintard, he has also joined in sending condolences to the family of the late Kelly Ingram, who is the daughter of former Hubert Alexander Ingram and Mrs. Dolores Ingram. And we have received sad news that she passed away. So it's a very sad situation. Very, very sad. Is it birthday times?
Yeah, that's some.
Go ahead.
1 sec. It's 5:03 p.m.
It's birthday time.
Yeah, let's do these birthdays quickly, and of course we got a couple other things to do as well. So, Revia Romotar is celebrating the birthday. Happy third birthday to Revia Romotar. Greeting goes out to Revia from her dad, Vajay, and mom, Rhonda. Family and friends, especially Aunt Sally, and friends and family and all those who love you. Happy birthday to Revia. Micolette Mitchell. Happy 42nd birthday goes out to Micolette Mitchell, coming in from Joseph Johnson and Mario Rowe. Happy birthday, Micolette Mitchell. The Rio Panza. Happy birthday to the Rio Panza from wife Sonia, the kids Angel, Joshua Diamond, and Darion, all your family and friends, especially Aunt Shelley and Tika. Sierra Woodside is celebrating the 10th birthday. Happy birthday to Sierra Woodside, coming from your mom, Everett, your dad, Bradley, your sister, Alicia, brother, Brandon, and all your family and friends, especially Aunt Tika. Happy birthday to Sierra Woodside. Floria Sweeting, celebrating the birthday today. And this, our reliable, dispensable $5 sister, yes, their sister has finally reached the 5th floor. Happy birthday, Sister Floria, aka Fofo. Devil on Sweden. Love you, sis. Hope you're having a wonderful and happy birthday. It's coming in from all your family friends, especially your husband Vince and the Churches of Christ here in the Bahamas. Happy birthday to Flo. We got a wedding anniversary. Madeline and Leo celebrating their 41st wedding anniversary to Madeline and Leo Gardner from their daughter Georgette. We got a special shout out. Good afternoon, Mr. Monica. Could you please big up Marathon MP, Miss Lisa Rahman, because 40 years I live in Marathon. This is the first time Glendale Sub was ever paved by any MP. Ever, they always pave the big Marathon. Just saying a big thank you, Miss Lisa Rahman. Thank you. We're happy. Good job. Thank you, Mr. Monica. Then, of course, we had the aspiring candidate for Southern Shores had a meet and greet on the weekend. And we just want to flash a few photos to show you how well received she was in the Southern Shores area. That's the aspiring candidate for the Southern Shores constituency. That's Miss Denley Penn. We understand that she had a very interesting meet and greet where she hosted quite a bit of people, along with, I think she may have had a little circus thing with animals and so on and so forth. Getting to know the people in Southern Shores by bringing them a little short meet and greet. We don't have any photos? No? I thought we had some photos ready. Something else I had to do that was important, Sandra. I'm trying to remember what it was. Anyhow, as producer yes, we had a little quick, we had a meeting. I understand it was well put together. A lot of people showed up for this meet and greet on Saturday past. I think it was a couple hours from 3 to 5 p.m. She hosted some constituents of the Southern Shores constituency. So the only pen is well received, which is good. Do well. We wish you well in your endeavors as you seek to run in the Southern Shores constituency. Is that all you got, producer? All righty. Thank you so much, producer.
So there's been this debate over employment and the fact that the Progressive Liberal Party government has announced over the weekend last week during a question and answer period that there's been about 491 civil servants who have been rehired. And so there have been some concern about it. And I want to point out to the public, if you were to examine the newspaper today, there are many pages of great advertisement offering young Bahamians employment. Employment throughout the family islands. And Bahamians who perhaps might want to work for the government should take advantage of the many opportunities for employment in the family islands. Just the other day, Prime Minister Philip Davis has announced that the government has entered into an agreement with the
forgive me about this. We want to send a special shout out to the crew from Capital Union Bank. I think it's Keanu, Renel, and Ziggy. You guys had a wonderful time on Friday. Forgive me, I forgot to send this in, but yes, a special shout out to the crew from Capital Union Bank, along with Keanu, Renel, and Ziggy. All right, sorry about that, Santa.
And of course, I want to send a shout out to the young men on the BPL bus coming from Clifton Pier after a hard day's work. So I would hope that once you get home, the women would have had your hot meals prepared. It's powerful. Well, in the United Nations, there is a historic event which has occurred. There was an attempt to condemn Vladimir Putin and Russia over the invasion in Ukraine. Well, President Donald Trump, he, through his representative at the UN, stood in solidarity with Putin and Russia and did not support a vote. So the Americans and the Russians voted together. So it's a wonderful day in the world. Russia and the United States are conducting themselves as brothers. So it's a great day. And if my producer was ready, I would have played the song "We're Rushing Through the Crowd." So it's a wonderful day that President Donald Trump and comrade Vladimir Putin, they stood together in solidarity, and the Americans voted for the Russian. What a wonderful day in the world. Spiritual advisor?
Yeah, as condolences continue to pour in for the daughter of the former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram, we'd also like to send condolences to the family of Harry Bunch. We passed away this morning. So sorry to all the members, all the family members of Harry Bunch, including his brother Winston Bunch and his wife, and all the family and friends as well. So listen, my heartfelt condolences goes out to his wife. Condolences to the Bunch family on the passing of Harry Bunch. We understand that Harry Bunch passed away this morning. 323, we're going to open the lines. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. The line's open, you can call us if you like. Then we want to also continue to congratulate all those who would have showed up to the meet and greet at the Southern Shores.
My spiritual advisor, I want you to stick
Just give me a second, man.
My spiritual advisor, please do
Just
not
give me-
run the
give me-
F&M propaganda.
You know what?
Give the number and let's move on. Please,
I already give the number.
you're my spiritual advisor. Then let's talk some other talk, okay? Please, man. I don't want to get into that, eh?
But we have somebody who's running the Southern Shores.
My spiritual,
Consistency.
you have something.
As
We,
opposed
who's
to-
we?
It's F&M, me and you.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know
This
nothing
person-
about it. The party never told me about that.
It's an F&M.
The party never told me about that.
You know,
now the party told me.
You're very interested.
The party told me.
You're very duplicitous.
The party
right?
told me about
And
Frankie
you're
Campbell
a good actor.
in Elutra
Why are you doing this?
attempting
Why are you doing this,
to
Sandra?
stop the indigenous F&Ms. Okay? Hello? Anybody on the phone?
Hello.
Sir, you see you keep the man waiting?
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm calling in to verify something what I heard, Manka. I want Manka to listen to me.
Yes?
What you said about America side by side with Putin.
Yes.
Yeah, all people around the world who watch world news will expect that that's what he was going to do.
Okay.
But in the true sense of essence, you see your own self, how Putin destroyed that President of the United States to go and side by side with him. He's just as bad as Putin. And if you should be ashamed to even want to broadcast that on your station, because that's not right. He destroyed that country and caused those people have to fled like they are animals. And then you hear broadcasting that. You better watch some of those things you broadcast, man, because that's not right what you're saying.
I thank you for your comments.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, sir.
When I telling these man these things, you know what is. You don't even open your mouth, and you know that's wrong with what he did with that country.
Yeah.
It's wrong. I mean, it's just like they might be they're just like my family. How I see that
who is just like your family?
The people from Ukraine, how they treat them.
Where were you when they discriminated against the Africans?
Man, I'm talking.
I asked you a question. Where were you when the Ukrainians?
I don't hear nothing but that.
Then you have a good day, Negro.
323-7775 is the number to call. This is a long history as to why Putin and Ukraine are having this war. And if you check into it very, very closely, it's something to think about. I think Putin may be right about this. All right? If you search the history of it, I think they backed Putin into a wall, into a corner, and he's trying to claw his way out. NATO. I think
anyway, don't worry about it. Donald Trump ain't gonna let them do it no more.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live. Caller, you there?
Yeah.
You have to cut your radio down. No, we couldn't take that call. Sorry for that caller. You have something up a bit too high. I think maybe a radio. We're getting feedback. Next caller. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Next caller.
We're on a problem there. Don't take no call from Dave, eh? Let's go to Joe Coos. Joe Coos, you're live. Go ahead. Joe Coos, are you there, Joe Coos?
Yep, still here. I was getting caught up. I was trying to figure out how I could get one slow 20 right now to get in it to win it all right. Yeah, I ain't got to run, baby. I ain't coming that way. Oh, my bad, change. Oh, my bad. I ain't coming that way. I can stay right here. I was just trying to get out of the rain still, you see. Shouts out to Manda Panda. She said I can't come that way, but I can still mention the name, right? Okay, then. Shouts out to Manda Panda still. Talk about my Ultra Gas Farm. Hey, it's all about 8 years. That's what we celebrating now, right? We under the tent, so you ain't got to worry about the rain. And let me tell you, we got all the games and all the fun lined up for you right here, right now. All you got to do is bring one slow 20, all right? That's what it is. Slow 20 will get you in it to win it. If you already have an existing account, you are good to go. If you do not have an existing account, for today, and today only at this location, we'll take one valid piece of ID, all right? Now, I got to have a government stamp on it. Please, for God's sake, don't show up here with your ma ID. Talk about my mommy signed this letter for me. That ain't going to work, all right? Show up with one piece of government ID, and we'll work a while for you still so you can get in to win $1,500, all right? Now, at 7 o'clock, we're giving away $1,500. Yes, they said it. 7 o'clock, we're giving away $1,500. And before then, if you could look at this table right now, hit the table, Mr. Cameraman. You can get all these great gifts, all right? They got fire sticks. They got, what this is right here? That's a tablet. They got a tablet. The keychains. Who that now? What they call them? Lucky Box. I still ain't get the name of that, but everything, whatever you say. We got T-shirts, we got bags, and we got Taj. Look at Taj. Yeah, she's screaming right now. So shout out to everybody right now. My gosh, come on now. Faith Avenue locations where we at, and we doing it again, Taj. Yes, we doing it again. $1,500.
I come outside and I meet more people out there than I leave.
That's what's going on.
It's still raining.
They following us like Twitter, miss.
Following.
Yes.
Who you think will win today?
If you give me 20, it could be me.
Oh, okay, meet me outside.
How much more outside you want to go, miss? Hey, but for real, though, I just love the energy. Everyone is, and it seems like it's like a rotation to seeing folks there.
Yes, when you say following like Twitter, it's literally a family. It's the same people every day.
Yeah. And then you get a little twist with some other folks in the neighborhood, all right. But we got a loyal following right now because it's 8 years. Ultra Games doing it real big. And you know what? $1,500 ain't no small chump change, miss.
Especially when you have 11 locations.
Oh, my gosh. 11 locations. So we got a couple more locations to do before the week is out then.
Yep, up until Thursday. And then Saturday is our big shebang, March 1st at our South Beach Plaza.
Wow. That's what's up, all right. So y'all heard it. We're doing it real big. But for today, we are at which location?
We are at Faith Avenue.
That's what's up. Come on, Don. Get yourself a part of this $1,500. Even if you don't get the 15, you get to go in the cash cube. You could grab whatever you want, and you could also spin the wheel and win whatever's on the table. It's a beautiful look. We got some beautiful ladies here on deck, ready to serve you. 8 years, Ultra Games, doing it real big. Yours truly, Joe Coons, broadcasting live.
All right, Joe Coons, take care. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775, 698-0776. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Monker,
Yes,
I would like to send a birthday shout out, please.
certainly, my dear.
I would like to send a birthday shout out to Orlando Albury
Yes,
from his 2 grandkids,
yes.
Alondra and Liam, his sister Leslie, and all the rest of his sisters and brothers, nieces and nephews, aunts and uncles.
This is powerful.
Happy birthday, Orlando. Big O. Enjoy your day. And this is coming from all your sisters and brothers and the one who loves you the most.
Wow.
Leslie. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. God bless you.
You too, sir.
All right.
323-7775. I can't believe my birthday is tomorrow. It's amazing how these years just fly by.
How old are you going to be tomorrow?
I can't believe it's not. I'm be 59.
Really? You're getting old, my spiritual advisor.
Yes, I'm almost to the 6th floor. Because as I hear these birthday greetings go out,
59.
I'm just reminded now today is the 24th. So tomorrow, it's my birthday.
You're still born on the 25th.
25th of February 1966. But I want to send a belated birthday shout out to my first cousin, Quentin Roll.
This is
how
powerful.
we always
And
do
when
it.
is his birthday?
His birthday was yesterday, the 23rd.
Really?
So when my auntie was coming out of the hospital, I understand my mother was going in.
Really?
So we had 2 days.
This is your auntie on your mother's side?
This is my daddy's sister.
Really?
My father's sister.
Now I understand.
When she was coming out of the hospital, my mother was going in.
Man, it's powerful, eh?
So
Okay.
Quentin, happy belated birthday to you, my brother.
And I want to take this
I'll be catching
opportunity
you up tomorrow.
to wish my spiritual advisor a happy birthday
Well, if it's
tomorrow.
as well, yeah.
Well, can I say it for tomorrow?
Save it for tomorrow, man.
I wanna
59. Wait, you should be 68.
Okay,
You're 68, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's powerful.
So I always say you're either 9 or 10 years older than I am.
I'm
We have any, we have
10
any
years
calls,
older.
caller? Sorry, we have any calls, producer? Yeah, welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Spiritual advisor, I am not bad, okay? Don't try to bump the show.
Yes,
Don't-
sir.
don't-
Hold on now.
Yes, sir. Leave him alone.
Now, if you don't conduct yourself properly, I'll
Relax, my
ban you.
spiritual advisor. Talk.
You hear me, Dave?
Talk, PLP,
Listen,
talk.
This is the bar station, okay? Not your station, okay?
All right, so
The
yeah.
bar station by me, okay? You
Yeah.
got me, okay?
We can see.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Mr. Montel,
Yes, sir.
Saturday past, the Ephraim County had a kids got together in Sunny Shores, right?
Really?
50 kids showed up.
Okay.
They brought people from all over the town and after government.
Right, now you see what I'm talking about? Now you see?
Okay.
Now you see why I tell you?
Just relax. Yes.
Mr. Montel,
Yes.
rise up.
Yes.
Please be professional on the show. I'm a person.
Listen,
I'm not lying to nobody.
you-
Be a man.
Let me hear what the man is saying.
Listen,
Let me hear what the man
This
is
man is a
saying.
menace everywhere he
Just
goes.
relax.
They just ban him. Every radio
Stop
station
your
ban this man.
politics, man.
Every radio
Stop
station
your
ban this man.
politics. Be like me. Go
You must be
ahead.
man of God.
Go ahead.
Conduct yourself according to God. Be of yourself. Stop
Say it
getting
again.
away from the politics. The
Say it
problem is
again.
right now with you right now. You will eat from two plates. Danny Penn Markey
Say it
is
again.
not better than Sunday Shore. She's getting around, okay? And she's very grateful. The PLP bent her backwards. Give her every case.
You see?
Now she gets mad. And Danny Penn Markey was the one who allegedly paid the woman to go testify against Kirk Collins, okay? Have a nice day, brother. And be a man and grow up, okay? Have a nice day. Be a man and grow up.
Say it with him.
Hello.
He's obnoxious.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How y'all doing, gentlemen?
We're fine. How you doing?
Yes, Mr. Malcolm, Mr. Rule. I'm
Yes,
the
sir.
gentleman who called on Friday concerning the young kid who's damaging his eye at the school.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The lady called after me and gave Mr. Monka some information. I wanted to know if he found anything further on the little child who's injured.
Please forgive me. I do recall that you did point out to me that there was a child in
Yes,
wheelchair.
yeah. A lady
Who-
called after
yeah.
me and you're supposed
What-
to look at something what she said to you.
What has the Ministry of Education had to say about it?
Well, I think the child got some assistance at first, but I think the mother said over the last couple of months, nobody has done anything from education, neither health, Ministry of Health, neither Ministry of Education.
Did she attempted to take the child to the hospital?
I think she did. See, I don't want to be the spokesperson for this lady because I don't know her. I just saw the story on Miss Shanique Miller show. That's my heart.
Okay. I see where you're coming from. She was on.
Yeah.
Was she on Miss Miller's show?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm going to suggest to you it might be better if you make contact with Miss Miller, who's very familiar with this matter.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Because I think with the Zambian people want to help the child, you see,
Yeah.
for the situation, but people like me don't know how to do so.
Right.
Okay.
Why don't you
Yeah.
contact Miss Miller?
I don't have. How do I get in contact with her? I'm on the island. I don't know.
Call the TV station, and I must confess, what is
Or what we could do,
give him a number.
The producer could take your number,
Yes, sir.
and we can always take it
And she can,
downstairs for
yeah,
Shanique.
let the producer
Okay.
take your number and he will pass it on to Miss Miller.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Take care. Welcome to Freedom March Call Your Life.
Hi, good morning, Mr. Marco.
Hello, my dear.
How are you? Spiritual advisor.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Great.
I'd like to say a special happy birthday to one of the women there.
Wow.
Okay.
Her name is Cheryl Knowles Cartwright.
Cheryl Knowles Cartwright. She is one of the women them.
Yes.
Yes.
She watches you every day, Mr. Marco.
This is powerful. Do you?
And it's coming from her family out of Lovell, Andra,
Wow.
and especially her sister Gerald.
This is powerful. Do you really believe she accepts my leadership?
Or she accepts your leadership, Mr. Marco. She loves you.
Lord, I thank you for this wonderful lady in Andres who has accepted my leadership.
Yes, sir. You don't take any phone calls from anyone once your show is on.
Uh-huh. Well, tell her I shall soon be calling on her to join me as I march with the PLP to victory, okay?
And she's a PLP, so she will be there.
This is powerful. I thank you, eh?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
You're welcome. Take care. 323-7775-698-0775. Welcome to Freedom March Call Your Life.
Well, spiritual advisor.
Yes, sir. How are you?
You know, the only pen, the mash up whoever come against her, just like a menace of mash up anybody who come against him.
Yeah, it's obvious that she's gonna.
You think Menace could beat Michaela Barnett Ellis?
Yeah, man.
And they run out the other day.
Give me the story on that. How did that go?
That's all I heard. I can't say, but don't care what menace run. Independent, FNF, can't be them.
So
it's only pen.
Are you suggesting if we took the nomination from Menace, we in the FNM, he would still be able to win?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the only pen. The only pen are the good things out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand. It was fairly
Yeah,
good.
that was nice. That was nice. That fellow was before that guy was talking about all the children. That ain't no true.
And hey, caller, let me tell you what.
Well, we thank you for
I want to say
those.
something.
Go ahead, brother.
You can still say it, but we thank you for your observation. The spiritual advisor will say that. I'm going to take some
I want to say
more
something
calls.
new. See, one of the reasons why I didn't want to entertain him, right? Listen.
My spiritual
give me a
advisor.
second. Give me a second. I had a.
Are you going to take calls?
Yes, I had a talk this morning with Leslie
Goodness
Miller.
of my sake.
Right?
My spiritual
And
advisor.
Leslie Miller told me
please
that
tell the
apparently
man
it was a good
goodbye
one.
And let's take calls.
Oh, wow.
Let's take calls. For heaven's sake. I want you to give me godly advice.
I wasn't going to talk
I
about
want you
the
to give me
thing. I
spiritual
just wanted to
advice.
show you how balanced
Let's
it was.
take some
Leslie Miller
calls.
is not an FNM, you know. He's a PLP. And he
advisor,
said he thought she had a very good thing on Saturday.
my spiritual
Come on, man, we
advisor-
talking about being balanced
my
here.
Spiritual advisor, I really don't want to
It's
hear Leslie.
amazing,
I don't
man.
want to hear Leslie Miller advice. I don't want to hear it.
Listen, I don't appreciate you talking to me like that, man.
Okay then.
You know?
Hello.
Something got to be wrong with you, man. You got to be a crazy
Wow.
man.
Why are you continuing
What
to
you shouting me like that
attack my
for, though? I
mental
mean-
health?
Man,
Why are you doing
You're so
that
crazy,
to me?
man. You crazy.
Wow. My spiritual advisor, stop it.
Welcome to Freedom Match, Khalil.
Get this up, my
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Special Advisor, Mr. Monica.
Good afternoon.
Hello, my dear.
In a reference to the young man would call about the young guy, this boy was injured in school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is true. Young mother being out there pleading, and nobody seems to be assisting them. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she said that he had a couple of, one or surgeries on his eyes, and it's still doing anything, and he needs some assistance. And I can remember telling that the young boy had a surname like my surname, Cash. My maiden name, Cash. And the lady, she really needs us, Mr. Marco. I ain't gonna lie. She really needs us. That boy, the little boy looks so traumatized.
I'm going
But
to-
he's very young, and to see that his eye up, patch up, and to pair with his parents there,
I'm
he
going.
really needs assistance, Mr. Marco. I ain't gonna lie.
I believe you, but I'm going to invite you to use your political influence. Do not forget who you are. You go to the council, you get up, and you ask the Minister of Health to assist. Don't forget who you are. You are PLP, you're going all the way, you are stalwart counsel of the party. And if something is happening in the country that you are displeased of, you go to the party headquarters and take advantage of your position. Okay? And if
I'll drop a letter.
yeah, and if need be, then you send for me. All right?
I'll drop a
PLP?
letter. The child really needs assistance, man.
I accept your argument, but I'm saying you're not using your political influence. You're a council member. So get to the headquarters, and at the next council meeting, you raise it. Don't forget, you're a very important person. So I want you to exercise it, okay? But I take note of what you say. Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon.
Wishing my husband a belated happy birthday,
Yes,
and I'm hoping that he had an amazing day,
this is powerful.
just like how amazing he is.
Wow.
Great.
Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Well,
So happy birthday, William Griffin.
William
I love you, baby.
William Griffin is your husband?
Yes, sir.
He old like me?
No, sir.
Well, the William Griffin I know in set with me, that must equal by.
Tell him you don't want an old man.
No, sir.
There
Okay.
you go.
Well, I'm happy that you're celebrating your husband's birthday. Do you
Yes.
do you cook for him?
Oh, yes, sir.
You wash for
He
him?
can't rape you,
Oh,
right?
yes, sir.
Lord, I thank you for this woman.
He's one of the man them.
And
This is
your
powerful.
husband can't rape you,
My
right?
spiritual advisor, would you stop it?
Answer. We're doing a survey. Your husband can't rape you, right?
No.
All right, thank
Lord,
you.
I thank you for this woman. Lord, I thank you for the women who are submitting to men. Lord, I want you to touch Allison's heart that she will submit. Allison Maynard, will you submit? God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. Tomorrow, pray for us. If it's God's will,
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
The Verizon Media Group, home of ILTV, Paramount Systems Limited, Eyewitness News, and Beyond the Headlines.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Sidebar, its guests, callers, and advisors are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS Verizon Media Group. Sidebar, a 103.5 The Beat podcast, is a production of ILTV Studios and may not be reproduced or represented in part or in its entirety without the express written consent of Verizon Media Group. Sidebar is the intellectual property of Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2024. All rights reserved.
Welcome back to Sidebar, 103 The Beat podcast, powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna, and today we are talking numbers, which, I didn't think it through, right? Numeracy. We're talking numeracy today with Miss Hall from the Bahamas
Numeracy Association.
Okay, because I wasn't sure. I didn't want to mess up.
Yeah, understood.
So tell us why you're here today. I think is it a month of recognition or is it Numeracy Day?
Okay.
So let's not jump ahead. Sorry. Tell us about the Bahamas Numeracy Association.
Okay, so the Bahamas Numeracy Association is a newly found non-profit organization, and the purpose of the organization is to cultivate an appreciation for math in the Bahamas, because that's something that is severely lacking. Okay, and for the month of March, we want to launch the organization in conjunction with celebrating National or International Pi Day.
Okay, so what is March
14th?
Yeah, okay,
Yes,
the 3rd and the 14th. I got it. All right, all right. So why is this important? What's the reason that you felt that the group of you felt that you needed to start an organization specifically for numeracy?
Okay, well, I'm a math teacher, and I have been for the past 15 years. And I realized that a lot of persons suffer in mathematics. And what I wanted to do, because I'm actually the founder of the organization, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring persons together who are like-minded outside of the classroom, because I realized that a lot of students get lost inside of the classroom, and then that translates into, I guess, the greater community. So I wanted to take it outside of the classroom, bring a bunch of people together who are like-minded, and connect with different stakeholders, different organizations, peer persons from different walks of life, not just in education, to assist us with this goal of spreading the love of numeracy and advocating for mathematics in the Bahamas.
All right, so where do you say you're a teacher. I don't know why I say that like I'm accused of you. You're a teacher. Outside of the classroom, where do you see this deficit in numeracy impacting the Bahamian public?
Oh, everywhere. When you go to different offices, different government agencies, cashiers, food stores, it's obvious and it's blatant all over. So yeah, so it's something that is obviously I'm very passionate about because I love numbers. And I think it's something that needs to be fixed in our society. I see a lot of persons talking about literacy, not that it's not important, but it typically overshines numeracy. And I just want to have a group of people who are advocates for numeracy as well, and spreading that and getting that that message out there that numbers are important and that we need our country, our culture to become better on one numerate.
How does that work? What does that look like? Because, I mean, with literacy, it's easy. You're like, okay, let's read some books together. But how does numeracy work in the wider public in terms of creating numeracy awareness? Because I don't imagine that you're going to be on the side of the road, or maybe you will, with chalkboards and saying, hey guys, solve this math equation. Like what is the plan exactly to get the public more involved or concerned about numbers?
Okay, well, partnering with different organizations, having things like career fairs where you bring persons like lawyers or engineers or contractors together to speak to students or different persons to let them know that math is used in everything. You don't just use math in the classroom, or not just math teachers use it. So having career fairs, having different talks with people, like partnering with different churches, different organizations to help spread the awareness.
And so the target is still going after young persons as opposed to, I don't want to say the elderly, but persons who already left school.
Not necessarily. No, we want to target, we don't want to discriminate against anyone. So when I speak about career fairs, not just young persons are looking for careers or looking to, pivot into another career or different fields or whatever like that. So we're looking to target everyone. And then, like I mentioned, churches as well. So young and old, we want to spread this love of mathematics.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk with you a little bit more about, I guess, the role that parents would play in getting their kids interested in numbers. So this is Sidebar, 103 The Beat podcast, powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
Who are the boss for dancer?
International events and production. Alive, Bahamas Air, Everybody Wins Live, and Field of Vibes Bahamas Weekend presents
the Evolution Concert on Saturday, March 29th at Clifford Park, featuring Vibes Cartel and Friends.
Bahamas, Nassau, where you see Saturday the 29th of March.
It's one of the biggest events to hit the shores of Nassau, Bahamas.
Get ready for Addy the Teacher, the Dancehall King, aka the World Boss, Vibes Cartel.
Real bad man, no muggle in a shot.
Log into our official airline Bahamas Air for travel specials. It gets better. We're also giving away a brand new Cybertruck.
And up to $50,000 in cash and prizes at the concert. Compliments of Everybody Wins Live.
Log into our website, feelthevibesweekend.com.
For tickets, tables, skyboxes, and more info.
Visit Ticket Flair or email intlevents242@gmail.com.
WhatsApp or call 1242-808-2369.
I remember Cartel ever did it.
Welcome back to Sidebar, 103 The Beat podcast, powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna, and today we have with us members of the Bahamas Numeracy Association, which sounds very fancy. It's anytime I hear association, it's like, oh, they serious, they're serious. And we're talking about math, I guess, the importance of math in general society, and I guess building that awareness for persons to realize the importance of math. Miss Hall.
Yes, sir.
Mrs. Hall.
Mrs. Hall.
Mrs. Hall. I know children are a captive audience.
Of course.
They don't really have no choice in the matter. They stuck in school, the ones who make it to school, all right? They're stuck there. They have to listen to you explain that math is important. Maybe it clicks at some point later in time, maybe it doesn't, right? But when they go home, if their parents don't see the importance of math, all right? Because as a sidebar, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a veterinarian. And my grandmother was like, ain't nobody could pay nobody to be no old cat and dog doctor. That's literally what she said. And I remember she wanted all of us to become teachers. And I remember showing her in her Collier's Encyclopedia that veterinarians in America and the world over make like 4 times what teachers make. She still does not. It's a cat dog doctor. She didn't see the value in it. Right? I fear that there are parents out there who are like, well, what's the point of my child even going through all this at school? It's whatever. They just got to go to school because it's legally required for them to go to school, but they don't see the importance of math for their kids. How do you reach them? That's the question.
Okay.
Sorry. I apologize for the long lead up to the question.
No worries. So that is also one of our goals, I guess, to have parental seminars and target parents and get them to come in and let us teach them the importance of sharing the joy of math with them. Now, what parents can do, even if they can't do math, because a lot of persons fear math, they have a serious math phobia. So what parents can do, as simple as making money, their paychecks or things like that, they can relate mathematics and the love of mathematics and numeracy with money. Because a lot of students, there's a disconnect with math. And so I find a lot of times when persons relate math to money, that you get them to understand, you get them to become more excited about mathematics. So that's something that parents can do, because everybody receives, who's working receives a paycheck. So they can relate or tell the students about, or tell their children rather, about mathematics and how it relates to money. Because that's one of the areas that I find as a teacher that a lot of students fall down in. And it's very surprising, consumer mathematics. I'm forever telling my students, like, I can rob y'all, because they literally don't know how to calculate basic wages. Wow. Okay? Yeah. So that's something that parents can do, because like they don't want to get robbed. So you have to know math in order to calculate your salary to ensure that your boss isn't, robbing you. So that's one of the ways that parents can, help their children with numeracy and mathematics.
Bosses or food stores, because there are times when you go to the food store and there'll be an item where you buy one, or there've been times where you go in the food store and one canister of gas is $2.50, but then if you buy all 4, one was $3. What was it? One was $2.50, and then when you buy all 4, it was $8, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense because that's cheaper than if you bought.
Definitely.
But people be like, oh no, buy the pack. You know what I'm saying? And so and honestly, I question the moral integrity, or maybe the people at the food stores also don't understand that. And so that would also be a big part. Do you think, because the Bahamas is a relatively young country, all right? But where we would like to go requires us to have infrastructure, requires us to have, we have to build the country, whether that's like the people itself or actual physical things. And all these things require, you need engineers on some level, all right? Do you think that because we've for a long time just delayed even looking at numbers, that has impacted the growth of the country in a general sense?
In all honesty, I really do think that our phobia or fear of numbers has sort of stunted our growth in the world at large, because math is important, and being mathematically literate, it helps you in so many different facets of life. And I don't think a lot of persons realize that, like how far math can take them or what all math is involved in. And I think because of that, and then because of a fear that was instilled in them, maybe from their parents and then their parents' parents, and it trickled down, that a lot of our people have that fear. And because of that, we aren't as far as we need to be.
Yeah. I hear you saying that you're going to have seminars. I feel like you guys are going to have to trick people into
attending the seminars.
Not just attending the seminars, but trick them into either learning or revising their concept of math. Because, so, I don't know if Miss Simonet told you, last summer we did actually go out and we was like, oh, if you solve this equation, you win a prize or whatever, right? We did that. And there are people of all hues and all stations in life. They couldn't solve it. The guy who was like a carpenter was like, no, that's not how you find the area, because he has to use it on a daily basis. And I think it's interesting because a lot of times what you have is person saying, oh, this child is good with their hands. They need to go learn how to nail something together or become a plumber or become a mechanic, as though those things don't require math, which is probably why your car don't work properly, because they don't understand the difference between the empirical, the different systems, right? So that's my concern. Like, how do you get persons to see that? Because in your experience, do you think the parents are going to willingly come to these seminars, or is it that you're going to have to convince them, like, this is going to put your child in a better place? Like, how are you going to get these parents to come into these things?
Definitely, you're definitely going to have to convince persons to come to these different seminars and webinars and all of the different workshops that we're going to hold. Now, initially, hopefully after a period of time and we've established ourselves, like, the name will speak for itself. But initially, of course, we're going to have to, I guess, sort of trick persons to attend the different seminars by having, different giveaways or enticing them in different ways, and then sneaking a little math in there and saying, okay, look here, this involves math and this is what we're about, and getting the information about like that.
So let me ask you then, where did your love of math come from?
Oh, high school teacher. I had an excellent high school math teacher.
Like, was it a moment of the world just opened up, you understood it, or was it always that you were always like inclined in that area and then something happened?
Definitely not. When I entered high school, I was horrible at math. And he did a complete 180 on me. So his passion, I guess, spread to me, and I realized that, oh, this is fun. So I love solving puzzles and things of that nature. And I realized that, okay, it's, similar. When I solve an equation, I was like, solving a puzzle for me, I was excited, So he caused this excitement to come up in me for mathematics.
I have math is not my thing.
Okay.
Right, but that's for various different reasons. I had a teacher in college that broke my brain, but such is life, right? But I do remember when I was in grade 9 at CH.
Okay.
Right, there were students in the class and they're like, "Oh, Miss Johnson, we ain't need no math." Right? One of them said, "I don't need no math. I can be a drug dealer." And she's like, "How you gonna be a drug dealer if you don't know math?"
Exactly.
Because you don't know how to measure how much a kilo is, and then the people go kill you because you shot them. I don't know if that was necessarily in the curriculum or the syllabus, but it was one of those times where I feel as though the teacher was able to bring it to the person's level, right?
And relate to the student, yeah.
Right, and so I hear you saying you're gonna do these puzzle stuff. I am interested in seeing how it all works out. Tell me a bit about Pi Day. That's March 14th, right? That's when you guys are gonna be launching.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so tell me a little bit about Pi Day. What are some of the things that we can expect from you guys? How can persons celebrate Pi Day?
Okay, so as you said, Pi Day is celebrated on March 14th. The approximation, the 2 decimal places of pi is 3.14, so that's why it's internationally celebrated on March 14th. So on Pi Day, typically, schools and different math enthusiasts celebrate Pi Day by having different things related to pi. So we have, sometimes it's just fun things like a pie eating competition. So you literally eat pie. There's something that we do every year called a pie recitation competition. Right. So pi is an irrational number, which means it goes on and on and on and on and never stops. So we see which student can say the most digits of pi, and that student would get a prize. So that's something that we typically do during Pi Day. I've had Pi Day competitions and Pi Day scavenger hunts. So that's something that we're going to be looking forward to and doing and utilizing as well, where students or persons rather search for different things involving pi. So we'll use like the area formula or the circumference formula, and they'll solve that, and then their answer.
You had me up until then.
Yeah. And so they'll use their answer, and their answer will take them somewhere, and they'll get another clue, and so things like that.
So how can the general public participate? Do you want them to donate prizes to their schools? Do you want them to how do you want them to participate in this event?
Okay, so what we plan to do is reach out to several schools and assist them in their Pi Day celebrations. We also plan to wear shirts for Pi Day, and we plan to sell them as well. So we plan on reaching out to different organizations, banks, law firms, so that they can wear.
So listen, let me tell you something. Hey, you keep on saying law firms. Lawyers is the one people that don't trust the numbers.
Oh, geez.
But that's me. That's a pretty smooth thing, right? I just feel like, but yes, you're going to reach out to different corporate organizations in the hopes that they can help contribute, or
they can help spread the awareness. So when they purchase those shirts, right? Yeah, so they're assisting us. They're contributing to the Bahamas Numeracy Association by purchasing the shirts and funding us, and then they're promoting the awareness of Pi Day by wearing the shirt.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk with Ms. Simonette a bit more about math. You're listening and watching Sidebar 103.B podcast powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna. We'll be right back.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
Who are the boss for dancer?
International events and production, Alive, Bahamas Air, Everybody Wins Live, and Field of Vibes Bahamas Weekend presents
the Evolution Concert on Saturday, March 29th at Clifford Park, featuring Vibes Cartel and Friends.
Bahamas, Nassau, where you see Saturday the 29th of March.
It's one of the biggest events to hit the shores of Nassau, Bahamas.
Get ready for Adi the Teacher, the Dancehall King, aka the World Boss, Vibes Cartel.
Real bad man, no muggle in a shot.
Log into our official airline Bahamas Air for travel specials. It gets better. We're also giving away a brand new Cybertruck.
And up to $50,000 in cash and prizes at the concert. Compliments of Everybody Wins Live.
Log into our website, feelthevibesweekend.com.
For tickets, tables, skyboxes, and more info.
Visit Ticket Flair or email intlevents242@gmail.com.
WhatsApp or call 1242-808-2369.
I remember Cartel, I go did it.
Welcome back to Sidebar, 103 The Beat podcast, powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna, and today we are talking numbers, but not those numbers, like regular numbers. Joining me as part of your vice president of the Bahamas Numeracy Association.
Yes.
Right. This is Mrs. Simonette. And so I know that part of the mandate of the Bahamas Numeracy Association is to get the word out about math. All right? For the people at home right now who are listening, who are watching, and they're saying, "Wait, math is for teachers. That's not for the regular everyday person. Why should I be concerned about math? Why should I be helping in the proliferation of math? We know all the danger that math has caused." Pythagoras died for his theorem. That's the thing that people don't talk about, that Pythagoras' theorem.
But this is a good thing. This
because literally,
this is telling us how important
the
math
Greeks were so
is.
sick and tired of Pythagoras and his angles and things. They like, hey, come with us. And the official story
We
is
cannot let him
he
die in
went
vain.
out in a boat.
No.
And they came back with the boat, but Pythagoras did not. So he died for that theorem that I do not remember. So what do you tell persons at home who are like, that's for teachers, that's not for me? Why should it be important to them?
Okay, well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me here. We are excited. I am very excited. Math for me is life.
Okay.
And so what we want persons to understand and appreciate is you cannot avoid math. Math is actually more than numbers. Numeracy is more than numbers. We are talking about critical thinking skills. We are talking about logic. We're talking about seeing patterns. We're talking about weighing out, does this make more sense than this option here? We're looking at pros and cons. So all of this is entailed. You better believe it. And so when we hear expressions like common sense, what many persons might not realize is that's embedded in mathematical thinking. And then on top of all of that, when you get into the actual numbers of things, we're talking about persons being able to budget, being able to compare prices. We're talking about building a home, insurance. It's just everywhere. And we feel that there is a stigma on mathematics, and we would like to change that culturally. There are a lot of persons who we find, they would say, I hate math. But surprisingly, when you look really at what they are doing on a day-to-day basis, they are using a whole lot of mathematical skills.
Is it like the difference between pure math and applied math? Is that the issue where persons are like, I don't like
well,
math?
no, I don't even think it is that. I think it is something a little bit more basic. So what we find is that a lot of times, even just a simple question that a person might work out on a day-to-day basis, where they might see something, let's say they have to split a bill and the bill is $30. And we're saying, okay, the two of us have to share this bill. Okay, how much is each person going to pay? Yes, we
But
both
that's the
need.
question is now. So anyway, because now
But the thing is, most persons, even those who hate math, can actually split that $30. However, when they see it on a math paper and they see that mathematics test,
it's they get the well, I didn't buy that. I buy the solid, right? So they know I only have $8 on the bill. But then when it comes to the VAT, right, and they're saying, okay, which the 10% of this and the 10% of that, and then the gratuity is the 15%, because now you're spinning the wide, right? So like that's when things become a bit more complicated.
just a bit, and only a bit, I must say. This is one of those things where you have just, got me very excited, because the VAT, it was 10%. We know right now, thankfully, there are a couple of items where it's 5%, but 10% is so easy to calculate. I believe that most persons can do it with their eyes closed in the middle of the night. And the thing is, they don't even realize they could do it. Yes, I do.
The only reason why I know what 10% is because because of public broadcast, public broadcasting television in the United States, PBS, had a show called Wishbone, and there was a specific episode of Wishbone where they were having a garage sale, and the guy who was standing behind the thing, he did not know how to calculate percentages, and the lady's like, no, that's not 10%. Is very easy, and then she showed it, and all you have to do is 10%. Whatever you have 100%, you move the decimal point 1 point over. And that's 10%.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And so that's the only reason why. So if something is $2.50, 10% of that, you move it in front of the two.
That's what I'm talking
and that's
about.
10%. But I'm saying like that is a very specific thing. Now when you get to 15 and 13%, I have to say, okay, let's go to 1% and then add 1% 3 times. It's a
Well, the thing is, if right now we live in a society where people walk with smartphones, everybody pretty much has a calculator. And so
I don't know how to use calculator, so let's get out of there. That's fine.
And so right now, we actually have these tools that can empower persons, so that, let's say, okay, maybe not everyone can riddle off their multiplication tables or multiples, but you know what? We can actually empower them. And I'm glad you used the example that you learned it on a show, because the Bahamas Numeracy Association, this is one of the things that we're trying to promote and encourage, that learning and mathematics should not be confined to a classroom space. This is something where we need to approach this from all angles in the community. If it's television, if you know something just now, I believe you just taught someone
I doubt it.
how to calculate 10%, okay? Because pretty much you just told them, if you want to find 10%, just multiply by 0.1. Or they could use that 10 and the percent symbol that is actually on the calculator that is on their smartphone. So I am sure there are persons right now who are pulling out their calculators who are doing 20 times 10% equals, and they are finding out that's $2. So I just love that.
So okay,
this is happening.
So I just want to circle back to the idea of math, right? So you talk about not everybody learning their multiplication table, right? And you only learn up to 12, all right? There was a point in time where I feel like they were trying to teach us past 12 times table, right? But then the teachers stopped, right? I don't think
you were in advanced class.
No.
Very good.
Yeah, I had old teachers. My question is on this, right? is there a problem when people are only, because that's learning to recite something or learn to repeat something, when you get in the real world and then you have to put it to use outside of what the prescribed usage on the 10, I feel like that's when the problem kicks in, and where people are like, well, I don't know it. Like everybody, oh yeah, 2 times 2 is 4, right? They could do that. But now you say, okay, now divide 848 by 12. And it's like, boy.
Calculator, they got that if they know what to do. But the thing is,
But they
the
don't.
bigger problem.
I don't. Go ahead.
The bigger problem that we're looking at really is not the matter of finding out the answer or the quotient to 848 divided by 12. The bigger problem is knowing when to divide. That is what we're talking about now. So when we are looking at, let's say, tiling a room, we want to be knowledgeable as to how to find the square footage. This is mathematics. This is when we can actually tell, well, how many tiles do I need? We're talking about salaries and wages and knowing that, hey, if I work 38 hours and this is my wage per hour, this is how much I'm paid. Being able to calculate that. As much as, I mean, we have checks and balances. The truth is people make mistakes and machines are man-made and sometimes there are errors. It is good when one has a grasp on numeracy, and that's being kind of literate with numbers, understanding, even if I don't know the exact answer, I have an idea that this is not correct. And that is what we need. So we find that a lot of persons are kind of weak with those things. And mind you, they are actually practicing a lot of mathematical skills, but because they are not aware of what they're doing, or they are not relating it to the math that they would have seen inside the classroom. So that happens. And because of that, we end up with persons who tend a lot of times to say, look, I just can't do it. I'm not trying. And that is it.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting into the deeper dive of math just being philosophy disguised. Because I mean, like, the fact that when you divide certain numbers by 0, the calculator says error as opposed to just 0, right? So
Yes.
it's like, what is 0? But anyway, is 0, because 0
But
isn't
this
a
makes
No,
sense.
that's philosophy. That's not math. That's not natural math. Because it's like, the reason why Romans don't have a numeral for 0 isn't that they didn't have a concept of 0, in my opinion. It is that 0 is 0. 0 is nothing.
But this is why
Therefore,
we had
there
to
is
make
no
it.
representation. No.
So-
The artists made it because they were trying to figure out how far stars were in different stuff.
No, but you had to be able to
different stuff.
compare these things, and you had to quantify when you have nothing. It needed to be quantified. And you know, this is the thing with math.
That's
People don't
philosophy.
realize.
That's not math.
That is math. That's why, what do I say? Math, life. It's like the two go hand in hand. Okay.
Sorry.
This is how it is. So math is actually something, if you look throughout history, you will notice that technically progress is made as math evolves. So what happens is math technically
every
makes
industry
life.
can say that.
And they will always have math right there at the forefront.
there are
All of
people-
those industries, technological industry,
Technology. The
that is
argument is that
math.
technology has only made steps and advancements because human beings are perverse creatures, and the adult film industry required it.
No, it's math.
But you know what?
And even that, everything, all of it is driven by math.
So you say.
So
right?
they had to follow the numbers. They had to see this is what is bringing us
Right.
the money.
Zeros and ones,
This
right?
is what is
But I'm
getting the views. You got to be able to count your views.
Once
You got
again, now, I'm
everything.
going to.
It's just going to be.
I'm going to
math.
say it's philosophy, but that's fine. Where can persons get? Do you guys have resources for persons?
Yes.
Parents, students, teachers. Where can people get resources to help inside this numeracy track?
All right, so we do have a Facebook page. Bahamas Numeracy Association. They can do hashtag BNA242.
Is that to
and
look or to tag things?
They can look and they can tag. They can do both because we are inviting everyone to be a part of it. And we don't want persons to say, well, I am not a math person. Look, if you are interested, even vaguely, come on board. You can be a part. We're inviting businesses, parents, students, anyone and everyone. We are trying to change the cultural landscape in the Bahamas for mathematics. This is what we want to do. We want to empower people. We want people to be able to run their numbers so we can have more sustainability even for businesses. We want those kinds of things. We even want to impact relationships where people could think things through and say, yes, this is adding up and this is not. All of it. Yes, yes,
It's all
we
philosophy.
want that critical thinking in there as well. But
Philosophy, because like it's one plus one is one, unless you're Catholic.
Say
in
it,
religion.
Father.
But we're going to take a quick break.
Pray.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a bit more with Mrs. Hall. You're listening to Sidebar on 103 podcast, powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna. We'll be right back.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grants Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
Who are the boss for dancer?
International events and production, Alive, Bahamas Air, Everybody Wins Live, and Field of Vibes Bahamas Weekend presents
The Evolution Concert on Saturday, March 29th at Clifford Park, featuring Vibes Cartel and Friends.
Bahamas, Nassau, where it's Saturday the 29th of March.
It's one of the biggest events to hit the shores of Nassau, Bahamas.
Get ready for Adi the Teacher, the Dancehall King, aka the World Boss, Vibes Cartel.
Real bad man, no muggle in a shot.
Log into our official airline Bahamas Air for travel specials. It gets better. We're also giving away a brand new Cybertruck.
And up to $50,000 in cash and prizes at the concert. Compliments of Everybody Wins Live.
Log into our website, feelthevibesweekend.com.
For tickets, tables, skyboxes, and more info.
Visit Ticket Flair or email intlevents242@gmail.com.
WhatsApp or call 1242-808-2369.
I remember Cartel I go did it.
Welcome back to Sidebar 103 The Beat podcast, powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna. And today we are talking numeracy. Mrs. Hall, you have the final word. Tell the folks, you can look directly at the camera, you can let them know what do you want to leave them with? What do you need them to know when they finish listening to the show? What should be their takeaway?
Go?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good. You're good.
Okay. So, as you would have heard throughout the show, mathematics is definitely important in life. A lot of persons have a phobia of mathematics, and we definitely don't want you to have a phobia of mathematics. We want you to realize that math is important, whether it be you going to the bank or going to the food store, getting your change, and you have to do that rounding, and so every aspect of your life, whether it's baking or helping your students, your kids with their homework, their math homework, every aspect of your life involves some part of math or some aspect of math. And so with the Bahamas Numeracy Association, we want to help you to cultivate that love and that appreciation for math. We want to, you might not know it now, and you might not have that appreciation now, but that's what we want to assist you with, helping you to understand that math is important, that you use math every day in life, whether you realize it or not, and that it's necessary for you to function in your everyday life, whether it's known to you or not. And so one of our goals is to assist the greater public in getting this or garnering or gaining this appreciation for math. And we want everyone, as much as you possibly could, to come on board and join us in this cause, so that we can, as a nation, because like I said, math is important, not just here, but globally as well. So we want everyone to assist us in becoming a better nation or growing as a nation with promoting numeracy.
All right, thank you so much. And thank you for joining us again. This has been Sidebar, 103 podcast, powered by ILTV. I'm Stephen Hanna. True God still.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
Who are the boss for dancer?
International events and production, Alive, Bahamas Air, Everybody Wins Live, and Field of Vibes Bahamas Weekend presents
the Evolution Concert on Saturday, March 29th at Clifford Park, featuring Vibes Cartel and Friends.
Bahamas, Nassau, where it's Saturday the 29th of March.
It's one of the biggest events to hit the shores of Nassau, Bahamas.
Get ready for Adi the Teacher, the Dancehall King, aka the World Boss, Vibes Cartel.
Real bad man, no muggle in a shot.
Log into our official airline Bahamas Air for travel specials. It gets better. We're also giving away a brand new Cybertruck.
And up to $50,000 in cash and prizes at the concert. Compliments of Everybody Wins Live.
Log into our website, feelthevibesweekend.com.
For tickets, tables, skyboxes, and more info.
Visit Ticket Flair or email intlevents242@gmail.com.
WhatsApp or call 1242-808.
To my baby, taste golden kisses for only you. See, you climbed every mountain just to find you, baby. So I don't care what the whole world say, I'm gonna make you mine. Oh, we're stealing love. We're stealing love. We're stealing love. We're stealing love. Stealing love, 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 love on the side. But one day I'm gonna make up my mind to come inside. I wanna tell your parents that I'm gonna make you my bride.
Tonight, blood and bullets. A father executed in front of his daughter as concerns over gun violence rages on. Also, government probing an unapproved mooring exercise amid conflict of interest concerns. And later, badge or business. A top cop is under fire tonight over government contract ties. Eyewitness News starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Janae Noel. Thanks so much for joining us. And if you're wearing the Bahamian colors today, happy 242 Day. Well, topping news tonight, a family is reeling in grief after their loved one was executed in cold blood. A brazen shooting caught on camera that's left the nation in shock. Now, days after the killing, questions loom over whether the victim, a young father in his 20s, was the intended target or an innocent life tragically taken by mistake. Our Jose Etienne has the details in our top story tonight.
Days after young father Quintero Arnett was callously gunned down in front of his daughter, questions continue to swirl about whether he was the intended target or if the bullets were meant for someone else. Sources allege that the real target may have been an accused killer.
We've heard that, but we have not confirmed that at this point. When we are able to confirm that that person was not the intended target, and we feel the need to bring that to the community, we will certainly do so.
While police investigate and a manhunt is underway for the 4 gunmen caught on surveillance footage, outraged residents are demanding justice. Many are calling for authorities to prosecute the assailants to the fullest extent of the law, especially given that they continued firing with Arnett's daughter just feet away, a child who barely escaped death herself.
I believe in the justice system, and we will, once we put them to the courts, the courts will then dispense justice. We leave that to the courts.
Meanwhile, National Security Minister Wayne Munroe has condemned the killing, drawing parallels between Arnett's murder and the recent execution-style killing of alleged gang leader Mario Brown, a constituent of his. Munroe says both attacks show a disturbing pattern of how violence from criminal elements that remain a threat to public safety.
The video in Cooper's Terrace, those are somebody's children. The video at Dunmore Street and West Street, those are somebody's children.
These brazen murders have once again ignited national concerns, with officials and residents alike warning that the country is in the grips of a crime crisis, one driven by the illicit use of firearms. Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.
Well, in the wake of Saturday's gruesome shooting death of a young father on Dunmore Street, a panel of youth leaders and directors gathered at the Highway Church of God's 60th Annual General Assembly. It's there they discussed some urgent strategies to reach the nation's youth. Their conversation took on a new sense of urgency in light of this latest homicide, highlighting concerns many have long expressed. Janelle Longley has the details tonight.
Morals and standards are now fluid, they're no longer static.
Highway Church of God's General Youth Director, Minister Marisha Walker, didn't mince words Friday, warning that the biggest challenge in combating the spiraling state of the nation's youth is a devastating loss of moral compass. Less than 24 hours later, Quintero Arnett was gunned down in front of his toddler daughter, a harrowing tragedy that only underscored Minister's points.
The lines no longer exist. They're not even blurred. The line is gone. It's a free fall. We're not outreaching into schools with young people who can see an established right and wrong. That does not exist anymore. So you have to teach them right and wrong in a now generation that says there is no right and wrong.
The killing sent shockwaves across social media. Images of the terrified little girl running from the car ignited outrage, with many calling for harsher punishment for the young men responsible. But Rayat Smith, director of children's ministry at Revolution Church, believes the root of the crisis began long before this latest bloodshed, and says those mentoring youth today must take a different approach.
I remember when I was in Mount Tabor as a youth, and Ilsa Evans, she looked at me and she said, "You're a mean girl, but you're a leader. And I'm gonna make sure I pull everything out of you." Everywhere she traveled, she took me. So I can sit now and fend for other young people because Ilsa Evans did it for me.
While community leaders can influence young minds, National Youth Director of the Church of God of Prophecy, Dr. Gandhi Thompson, stressed that the responsibility also falls on parents and guardians, a crucial role too often overlooked.
Too much parents letting the children decide. Oh, I don't want to go to youth meeting tonight because it's boring. Well, so is staying home if I take away the cell phone. Absolutely. Or I cut off my internet. So now I'm going to parent you. You are going to youth meeting. Absolutely. How many of us was forced to go in church? And we still here? Absolutely. Take them on a dinner. Show up to their graduation, but let them know that you're not just showing up with a gift. You're showing up because you believe that there is a divine purpose in them that you want to help see come to fruition.
For some, however, experience is the greatest teacher. Dr. Corey Roll, youth pastor at Bahamas Faith Ministries, has spent time with troubled boys at the industrial school. His message? Relationships matter, and no one is beyond redemption.
And what touched my heart several weeks ago was that one of them came out and he started showing up to church. Never picked him up, never called him, never did no follow-up, and he continued to come. And so I say that to say a lot of times, as long as we continue to avoid this generation, you can't reach it.
But there is still hope for the future, and proof of that may lie in 22-year-old Dr. Tyrone Perpall, the youngest national youth director ever appointed by the Church of God.
Things that are different about you are often the things that the enemy tries to make you feel insecure about. And that's what I have to constantly tell young people. I have to say, yeah, you're different, but ain't nothing wrong with that. God is using your difference, or God is trying to use the thing that is different about you to put you in the places that other people cannot go.
So what's next? How does the nation begin to reverse this trend? Director of Youth Sandina Neely believes the solution starts now, with action, not just talk.
We need to now do what the Bible says. We need to pursue, overtake, and recover. And it's our responsibility to be at the top, at the apex of that hedge as the mentors. Then there are the young people. Then there are the people under them. And then there are their peers who they are influenced by.
Janelle Longley, Eyewitness News.
Meantime, First Vice President of the Bahamas Christian Council, Pastor Mario Moxie, also commenting on the 12th murder of the year of that father shot and killed in cold blood while his daughter was forced to witness it. Moxie echoed the growing concerns of many that crime and gun violence seem to be out of control. While some seek for the church to intervene, Moxie shares that he and others are calling for a national day of prayer.
It was an horrific scene to look at that video and see the child just completely frightened and perhaps forever scarred. It's incidents like this that, as a community, our hearts are aching. The senseless killing, the violence, and the onslaught is just way too much for us. We have a twofold approach. One is proactive and the other one is reactive. Our proactive approach has a lot to do with, for example, this coming weekend, we have a National Day of Prayer already scheduled. And it's initiatives like this where the church gets in a posture of prayer to pray for the nation, as well as to assist some of the relevant agencies like the police in the community. There's a lot of that's happening.
As crime remains a stain on society, Moxie is calling for swift and due processing of those perpetrators.
It was an horrific scene to look at that video and see the child just completely frightened and perhaps forever scarred. It's incidents like this that, as a community, our hearts are aching. The senseless killing, the violence, and the onslaught is just way too much for us. We have a twofold approach. One is proactive and the other one is reactive. Our proactive approach has a lot to do with, for example, this coming weekend, we have a National Day of Prayer already scheduled. And it's initiatives like this where the church gets in a posture of prayer to pray for the nation, as well as to assist some of the relevant agencies like the police in the community. There's a lot of that's happening.
Well, on to news from the courts tonight. 38-year-old Jason Ferguson has been unanimously convicted of rape and is currently in custody awaiting sentencing. A jury found him guilty after he threatened to kill his complainant. Ferguson is scheduled to appear before Justice Franklin Williams Casey for sentencing on May 14th. The incident occurred during the early hours of January 3rd of 2023 when the victim was celebrating a friend's birthday at a club in New Providence. Ferguson, a friend of the birthday celebrant's boyfriend, was also present. After leaving the club together, the celebrant and her boyfriend exited the vehicle, leaving the victim alone with Ferguson. Although Ferguson was supposed to drive the woman to a friend's house, he instead locked the car doors and drove her to the South Beach Canal, where he reportedly raped her. Ferguson allegedly threatened her, claiming he had a gun and would also kill her. The jury dismissed Ferguson's defense that he and the victim had a secret sexual relationship, as the woman was involved with another person. Still talking news from the crime beat tonight, 31-year-old correctional officer Collins Roll Jr. hauled before the magistrate's court this morning on charges of possession of drugs with intent to supply and taking prohibited articles into the correctional facility. He was reportedly caught attempting to traffic drugs into the Bahamas Department of Corrections last week Thursday. Roll Jr. stood before Senior Magistrate Shaka Seville, where he pled not guilty to the charges. He was granted bail in the amount of $6,000 and returns to court on June 6. It's a story we are continuing to follow. Meantime, government now looking into the involvement of the Office of the Prime Minister's Deputy Director of Communications, Sandra Hilton Kemp, whose husband is reportedly the principal of Bahamas Mooring Limited. The company awarded a multi-million-dollar 20-year lease with government for mooring activities off the coast of Exuma. The 21-year lease for over 4,000 acres of seabed to the company owned by Philip Kemp was signed on January 23rd and officially took effect on February 1st. Director of the Environmental Planning and Protection, Dr. Rihanna Neely, and Port Controller Bern Wright have both confirmed that neither entities have received applications or approved any of the activity. Residents on the island were first to raise the alarm on social media, prompting government statement last evening and today. Opposition leader Michael Pintard is joining the government or joining on this banter and calling for answers and also accountability.
It's the latest brazen scandal to plague the Davis administration, which continues to stumble from one controversy to the next. We've also heard reports that the government has given away every single safe anchorage for hundreds of miles to this group. At every turn, the allegation raises serious concerns about transparency, conflicts of interest, and abuse of power. How could the Prime Minister approve a multi-million-dollar exclusive concession involving a sensitive seabed in one of our most pristine ocean environment? Apparently without public consultation or a published environmental impact assessment. Why was there no engagement with key stakeholders in the Exumas and beyond? Why the secrecy surrounding this deal?
Government reportedly canceling this operation and has also said that the company will pay for the removal of those moorings set up. Well, Prime Minister Philip Davis addressing a packed Haitian congregation in Abaco over the weekend as he emphasized the cordial relationship between those of the Haitian diaspora and Bahamians. During his address, Davis gave congregants a history lesson on how far back both Caribbean countries have developed diplomatic ties, even as the Bahamas continues to see a growing number of Haitians seeking residence and refuge here in New Providence, Abaco, and other family islands.
Our first member of parliament of African descent, the first black, who became a member of parliament, was a Haitian. Of Haitian descent. His name was Stephen Delette. This means that the Bahamas has enjoyed a cordial and I dare say special relationship with Haiti for over more than 1 century. Of course, over a century ago, the first consul to the Bahamas from Haiti was appointed, thereby establishing formal diplomatic ties.
Well, Communications Director in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latre Ramming, telling Eyewitness News that the Prime Minister's visit to that Haitian faith gathering was also about admonishing them to play a greater role in preserving Christian values as the country wrestles with a number of social ills.
The Prime Minister, as you're aware, has received invitations by tens of churches and faith group organizations throughout the Bahamas. The Prime Minister should make it an effort to try to go to as much as he possibly can. As you are aware, both the Prime Minister and leader of the opposition was attendance to the service in Abaco. As a matter of policy, not a matter of policy, but I think a matter of practice, Prime Minister's message was primarily aimed at focusing on the need for religious communities to play a larger role in nation building.
Well, on to some other news tonight. Weeks after a deputy police commissioner was under scrutiny for a hefty contract which his company received, another deputy police commissioner finds himself under a microscope. However, the country's national security minister insists that they've done nothing wrong, unlike, he says, the alleged actions of the previous national security minister, who sparked concerns about police officers getting contracts. Our Jose Etienne joining me live in studio tonight to further discuss. Jose?
Janelle, weeks ago, we uncovered a story about active police officers holding government-issued contracts, a revelation that sparked questions about conflicts of interest. Now, at the center of that controversy was Deputy Commissioner Anthony Roll, whose security company secured a nearly $1 million contract to provide services to the Post Office Department. Prime Minister Philip Davis has since confirmed that that contract was terminated following Roll's appointment. But now, attention has shifted to Deputy Commissioner Kirkwood Andrews, who is reportedly a shareholder in a local security firm previously contracted by the government. Does this now rekindle concerns over a potential conflict of interest? National Security Minister Wayne Monroe responds.
The officer didn't hold a contract. A company did.
Monroe moving to set the record straight amid allegations of double-dipping against Deputy Commissioner Kirkwood Andrews. Days after disclosing in Parliament that Andrews is a minority shareholder in Metro Security Solutions, a company previously contracted by the Minister's administration to monitor criminals out on bail, Monroe clarified that the contract was terminated last year under the Davis administration.
Although the contract was awarded to Metro Security Solutions, all of the payments were made directly to Leon Bethel.
The issue of police officers securing government contracts for their private security businesses first came to light after former National Security Minister Marvin Dames criticized the practice, calling it a dangerous precedent that could shift officers' priorities from public service to personal gain. But Monroe is pushing back with strong accusations of his own.
My predecessor had a security license as Minister of National Security. He signed to renew his own security license every year that he was minister.
And he's not stopping there. Monroe goes on to highlight what he claims is a conflict of interest and corruption involving Dames himself.
His company got the security arrangement when Buju Banton, a convicted cocaine trafficker, had a concert here. And I am aware that when convicted individuals seek entry, and no objection from the Ministry of National Security is usually sought. So if the usual practice held true, he would have been asked for no objection that must have been favorably given.
Thanks, Jose. Well, individuals who are believed to be leaders and members of criminal organizations in the country could be hauled before the courts in the near future. That's according to Police Commissioner Shanta Knowles, who told reporters that one such case is currently underway. Her comments coming at a press conference at the Office of the Prime Minister earlier today as reporters asked whether or not authorities prosecuted alleged gang members after the anti-gang bill was tabled last year. That piece of legislation provides stiff penalties for persons convicted of gang involvement, although the bill was passed as a fulfillment to government's promise of tougher action on crime amid a spate of murders last year stemming from gang violence. No one has been charged. This as officials say authorities should not be rushed to prosecute alleged gang members to avoid mishaps.
We are actively investigating our very first case, and the update that I got that I can give now to the public is that we are well on the way and hoping that very shortly we'll be able to put persons before the courts and deem them true gang leaders in our community and put them before the courts. And so I'm pleased with the work. It is not something that can happen within the 48 hours of policing any investigation. It is a long investigation that requires us to go and get proper intelligence on and documentation. And I'm pleased to say that we do have one case that we're investigating, and hopefully we will have that before the courts.
Well, attorney Kelly Ingram, the daughter of the former Prime Minister, Dr. Hubert Ingram, died earlier today. That's the Right Honorable Hubert Ingram died earlier today, just 1 month after celebrating her 46th birthday following a brief illness. Prime Minister Philip Davis sending condolences in a statement writing, "There are no words to fully express the pain of losing a child," and says, "I can only imagine the grief he and his family are experiencing. Anne and I offer our deepest sympathy and pray that they find strength in the love and support of those around them during this incredibly difficult time." Leader of the opposition, Michael Pintard, also extending his sympathy and condolences to the Ingram family.
My family and I are deeply saddened by the unexpected passing of attorney Kelly Ingram. This is a profound tragedy, and my heart goes out to her parents, former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Hubert Ingram, and Mrs. Dolores Ingram, her family, and all who knew and loved her. Kelly was a shining star in her field, an emerging force whose impact was already being felt and whose potential was limitless. The Bahamas has lost a brilliant, dedicated professional and a loyal friend to many. During this time of unimaginable grief, I extend our deepest sympathies to our entire family. We pray that they find strength in the cherished memories they shared with her, and may God's grace be their comfort in the days ahead. May she rest in eternal peace.
Condolences are also extended from Eyewitness News to the Ingram family. Well, if you've got a news tip or if you've seen news in the making, call the Ion News hotline at 397-6397. We also invite you to send your letters to the editor for publication on all of our social media platforms at eyewitnessnewsbahamas@gmail.com. And if you're watching on our Facebook or YouTube page, share your thoughts about today's stories in the comments section. We want to hear from you. We are just getting started in Eyewitness News tonight, but when we come back, the expansion of Clear, Hold, and Build initiative is going to Nassau Village and Carmichael Road as government raises its target against crime. We've got that story. And later, it's a game changer in innovation in the financial world. It's the first AI-powered humanoid loan officer. We've got more on that right after this break.
With BGC's crystal clear mobile service, stay connected seamlessly, whether on land or at sea. Our reliable postpaid plans keep your loved ones closer, no matter where life takes you.
Ready to insure your ride? Our new website is ready for you. Visit jsjohnson.com. Select coverages, go to auto, and click Get a Quote. We have made it easier than ever to request a quote online. Fill in all the required fields. When you're done, hit submit. You'll receive a response via email within 24 hours. Visit jsjohnson.com today.
No. This one? No. Hey, look, KFC has an incredible promo.
I already had that for lunch.
Crunch your hunger cravings and satisfy the whole family with KFC bucket meals starting at just $20. Get freshly prepared golden fried chicken, buttery biscuits, and add your favorite large sides. Bucket meals starting at just $20. KFC, finger licking good.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation?
You mean the Ministry of Tourism?
No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps to develop and grow Bahamian businesses in the tourism industry. You heard what they say, boy?
Oh, yeah.
Develop and grow. You don't know what all the things saying do?
What does do?
Hey, check the website, boy.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Let's go though.
This segment of Eyewitness News is brought to you by Bahamas Air. Book your sweet escape to Montego Bay today. Visit www.bahamas.com to book now.
Welcome back. You're watching Eyewitness News. Well, tickets for Fire Festival 2 went on sale Monday. This is almost 8 years after the infamous Bahamas event that resulted in its founder being convicted of wire fraud. During the original Fire Festival, which was marketed as a luxury experience, promising high-end accommodations in the Bahamas didn't exist. Musical acts backed out and ticket holders were left stranded. Now, less than 3 years after McFarland's release from prison, his new festival boasts of a high-energy celebration of music, arts, cuisine, comedy, fashion, gaming, sports, and treasure hunting. But thankfully, this time it's expected to take place in Mexico. The new event is being promoted with the slogan, Fire Festival 2 is real, with tickets now starting at $1,400. Well, the Davis administration's Clear, Hold, and Build initiative is extending its operations to the Nassau Village and Carmichael communities, two areas Police Commissioner Shanton Knowles says have seen an uptick in criminal activity in recent times. The revelation comes as residents, particularly those in areas where crime remains a vexing issue, eagerly await for government to say which community will be next in line. The initiative, launched last October, comes as the country deals with a rise in murders and other serious offenses. The initiative also empowers officials to clear properties of overgrown trees, debris, and salvage vehicles, which police say are used by criminals to peddle drugs and hide illicit firearms.
What we have seen in the Carmichael community were 4 murders, and this is for both communities. 4 murders reported, 4 shootings, and of course in Nassau Village there were 86 gunshot reports. These were detected by our spot shotter technology and also reported by members of the community, and we thank them for always partnering with us and sharing information with us so that we can act on it. And then in the Carmichael community, 4 murders, 4 shootings, and 94 gunshot reports, again detected by spot shotter technology and the community. Over the past weekend, we held an Operation Resolute. We saw the success of that operation, which was tailored towards the entire New Providence for the weekend. As the minister has announced, the project has already begun in Nassau Village and Carmichael, where we've been executing warrants, where we have been stopping vehicles that we suspect are carrying illegal contrabands and weapons.
While the crime-fighting strategy is moving on to other areas, the police commissioner says it paid dividends in the areas where it was first implemented.
We saw that gang violence and shootings were a major concern in this particular area. Some of the incidents that we saw were shootings, murders, and of course, gunshot reports. The numbers that we have gotten last year for that period from January 1 to October 16th showed us that we had 8 murders and 3 shootings in that area, and that there were 50 gunshot reports after this initiative took place from the 7th of October until the 16th of February this year. We saw a major decrease in those crimes. 3 murders occurred in the Angliston area and 0 shootings. Gunshot reports were 50 and they're now down to 20. And so it tells us that the program is certainly working for us in this community.
Well, the first cohort of Royal Bahamas Defense Force officers deployed to Haiti back in December of last year are back home after months of providing maritime support, protecting the country's border amid civil unrest. Arlington Ritchie Jr. speaking with Defense Force officials. He has the latest in this report tonight.
The first group of Royal Bahamas Defense Force officers deployed on a United Nations peacekeeping mission to Haiti, a country grappling with gang violence and political instability, has returned home after nearly 2 months abroad. Commanding officer of HMBS Bahamas, Commander Alexis Brown, says the reality on the ground was different from what's being portrayed in headlines.
We did the patrol the coastlines of Haiti. It wasn't what we expected. We expected some pushback from them, but we didn't have any of that.
The 59 RBDF officers were tasked with preventing firearms, drugs, and migrants from leaving Haiti by sea, working alongside international forces. Brown says the incidents they did encounter were handled as part of standard operations.
We were able to patrol the area. We did a few boardings. The boards were peaceful.
When news first broke of the RBDF deployment, many Bahamians questioned the safety of the mission, concerned about the risk to our armed forces. But just how close did these officers come to confronting Haiti's most dangerous gangs? Brown answered that question.
And we didn't make any contact with the gang members. The persons we boarded told us that they were robbed by the gang members, but we never made any contact with the gang members.
While Bahamian forces avoided direct engagement, other nations haven't been as fortunate. Just yesterday, a Kenyan police officer was shot and killed by gang members while on patrol. Despite the risk, Brown says his team remained focused on their mission.
The morale of the team was pretty good. We left it here, knowing what we was going to do and what was expected of us, and we were prepared to do what we had to do.
With the first batch of officers safely home, the Bahamian government is following through on its commitment to help stabilize Haiti with a total of 150 RBDF officers expected to be deployed. Linton Ritchie Jr., Eyewitness News.
Meantime, the Minister of National Security, Wayne Monroe, setting the record straight tonight on the reinstatement of over 200 Royal Bahamas Police Force officers after Minister of Public Service and Labor Pia Glover-Roll provided a breakdown of the number of public servants that were brought back to the employment line last week during parliamentary proceedings. Monroe telling Eyewitness News the need for manpower on the RBPF is great, and that's a call for concern on all levels.
There's a deficiency of policemen. If you talk to anyone, every island is crying out for more policemen. Every police division is crying out for more policemen. We've tried to address that with recruiting more reserves, with recruiting the maximum number of young entry-level police officers. But without saying how many it is, we still have a ways to go to reach the optimal manpower level of the police, regardless of what anybody says. And so it is important that you retain these corporals and sergeants who are at the middle management rank when they turn 43, 45. And that is who accounts for the majority of the re-engaged public servants.
Monroe revealing that most of the officers brought back into the line of duty are not close to retirement age and are still highly capable of completing their duties.
What age do people usually think of persons as retiring at? 65, right? So police officers do 25 years if they're contracted officers. I think it's been increased to 30 now. So let's say you're under the new regime for 30. And you're recruited at 18. That means you retire at 48. If you're recruited at the maximum age of recruitment, 30, you'll retire at 60, way before 65. So in terms of fairness even to these officers, which I couldn't understand the opposition wanting to be unfair to police officers, to say that you get to work till 43 and then that's you. That's what they're suggesting. Well, by the time a man reaches 43 as a corporal or a sergeant, he still has children in school. He still has 20 more years headed towards retirement.
While it's being labeled as a game changer in the financial world, it's on the horizon, and Simplified Lending introduces what could be the world's first AI-powered humanoid loan officer. This innovation aims to revolutionize loan processing and transform the financial landscape. Delano Roker has the details in this report.
Happy birthday, Evie!
In a groundbreaking move, Robert Pantry, founder and CEO of Simplified Lending Group, is introducing a new tech company poised to redefine the lending industry. At the center of this innovation is Evelyn Filocina, or Evie, what may be the first AI-powered humanoid loans officer.
Simplified Lending has made significant strides in AI automation, leading to new opportunities as a group and the creation of Simplified Tech. Simplified Tech will be dedicated to providing humanoid robots and AI solutions for businesses and individual consumers, both in the Bahamas and internationally. We believe Evie is just the beginning of what's possible. While still in beta testing, she represents the future of financial services and the future of business in general. We believe that AI-driven humanoid robots will impact every industry in the years as the technology advances. She's being developed to assist with loan applications, making the process faster and seamless, document processing, automating tasks that traditionally require manual effort, client engagement, enhancing the customer experience with AI interactions.
As artificial intelligence and robotics continue to reshape industries, the big question remains, could technology like this eventually replace human jobs?
Our goal is not to replace human jobs, that's important to note, but to enhance productivity and efficiency, allowing our team to focus on more creative tasks and other higher value tasks like customer relationship, financial advisory, and innovation. There will be job displacement in terms of for those who may not want to learn and evolve, but for the most part, it will replace some of the things that they're doing now, right? Because the jobs of the future, right, with these humanoid robots and AI, those tasks today won't be the same tomorrow.
EV system engineer Montino Roberts believes this technology could shift the way people view humanoid software, especially those who may be skeptical about relying on AI in financial services.
We still have a large percentage of our population who still do regular banking, right? And will go. But as you notice, a change is happening because of demand. Agreed? The banks are closing branches. The long lines are getting longer. So it is our anticipation that the situation will help change the mindsets.
Pantry sees unlimited potential for AI-powered humanoids, envisioning a future where these bots play a vital role across multiple sectors.
Evie and her brother that we're working on, the intent is for us not to keep this knowledge or this development ourselves. To simplify tech, we will be deploying different versions of EV and humanoid robots to different industries to help with different problems or different tasks. So we will be deploying these to different businesses, different sectors.
Delano Roker, Eyewitness News.
Well, still to come in Eyewitness News tonight, small habits on our daily lives that could signal mental health challenges. We sit down with Dr. John Dillard to explore what these routines really mean. We've got that story, but first, here's a check on tonight's weather forecast.
Girl, you know I can't wait to see what Trey's getting me for Valentine's. He said he found the perfect store with teddy bears of all different sizes, jewelry sets with different styles. He said that there are perfume sets to die for. I can't wait to see how he's gonna surprise me. He said every delivery comes with a singing telegram. So what's your guy getting you for Valentine's?
Girl, little did you know, my man got my basket from Shop Smart.
Girl, I think that's the store Trey got my basket.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
This may be a short month, but the list of savings is long at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12 ounces, $2.15. Country Barn mayonnaise, 30 ounces, $3.49. Boneless chicken breasts, $2.99 per pound. Fresh pork picnics, $1.99 per pound. Russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, $3.99. Coca-Cola sodas, assorted 6-pack, 12 ounces, $3.69. Shoppers who love to save, love to shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
This segment of Eyewitness News is brought to you by EV Motors. Drive the future with brand new 2024 electric vehicles. EV Motors, powering your journey.
You're watching Eyewitness News.
Welcome back. Here's a look at your gas tracker tonight. You're getting the cheapest at Shell, $5.45. Rubis coming in at $5.53. Esso, the highest tonight, $5.58. Welcome back. You're watching Eyewitness News. Well, there are seemingly small habits in our everyday lives that could be considered signs of mental health challenges. Eyewitness News sitting down recently with consultant psychiatrist Dr. John Dillett to discuss mental health. In this episode, he explores how harmless daily routines or the lack thereof could signal that something deeper may be happening.
Did you know that your consumption of coffee could be connected to a mental health disorder?
Without it, you feel like it's difficult for you to maintain your functionality. That usually means you've gone too far.
Dr. John Dillett is a consultant psychiatrist running his own practice here in the Bahamas. He has been practicing for 15 years, and in his experience, dependency on coffee could be considered a sign of substance abuse disorder.
Cigarettes, coffee, alcohol, marijuana. We realize in most cases, for many of those individuals, they're doing it because they're not feeling great about their life circumstances. And so they're looking to something external to give them some type of internal peace.
It's one of the 3 mental health disorders Dr. Dillett says he's seen impacting about 10% of the Bahamian population. The others, emotional disorders like depression and anxiety disorders.
Your goals and your dreams and your future, and you may not be coping very well with that. And then sometimes too, we're not engaging in positive, healthy practices like exercise, meditation, good family relationships where we communicate well and discuss our issues rather than bottling them up. So it's very common for persons to use external agents.
Mental health for many is still a taboo subject or a figment of the imagination, at least until we see the disastrous ramifications like a loved one taking their own life or a friend checking into the psych ward. But these eventualities often had a red flag that was overlooked.
C, generally speaking, might be lack of productivity at work, sleep issues where persons are very tired and fatigued, abnormal comments where it seems out of character, where persons are seemingly putting their personal feelings into things where perhaps is not warranted.
And in instances like this, here's what you do to help.
More regularly, asking each other how you're feeling, why you're feeling the way that you do. Are you struggling? Do you feel overwhelmed?
But it's not just about coffee. Too much of anything could be an indication that you're compensating for something. If you do see yourself becoming a little more dependent, evaluate.
But there are some persons who drink 4 or 5 times a day, or the volume which they use is many multiples of what is considered to be the appropriate daily usage. If that is the case,
you've gone too far. Janelle Longley, Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Janelle. On to some other news tonight. Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources Jomo Campbell calling on visitors to exercise caution when swimming in waters here in country and also to follow proper safety measures, this after a string of shark attacks this year. Campbell says while the situation is alarming, the background surrounding most incidents call into question the action of some of these swimmers.
Our sympathy goes out to the victims of those attacks. But we have to bear in mind that the sharks in the water are actually in their natural habitat, and that there's a lot that we can do from human intervention standpoint to help to prevent these sort of attacks from occurring. In the very near future, actually this week, we intend to meet. A subcommittee was formed by Cabinet, and we will be meeting with the Minister of Tourism, the Deputy Prime Minister, and other involved stakeholders from a Cabinet standpoint to see how we can craft policies that will address these issues. But in the interim, we invite the public and visitors as well to apply some, what we call more common sense approaches. There are certain times of the evening that you can expect to see a heightened increase in the sharks. They feed normally after dusk, anywhere between 5:30 and 7 p.m. when it gets a bit darker. And then, of course, we know the traditional chumming of the waters, even sometimes throwing of slop back into the water.
Now, with some of the recent incidents occurring on the island of Bimini, officials say they're paying close attention on other reasonings that could be leading to the uptick in these attacks.
There's a lot of research and other exploration that takes place on the island of Bimini, and we have to see how that has impacted in the increase of shark attacks on our visitors and locals alike. The sea is a source of livelihood for Bahamians, but it's also a place of relaxation and enjoyment where persons go out to swim. I try to do it as often as I can in the early morning times, and so we want it to be safe, not just for our visitors, but our locals alike.
Yes, there's more news right after this break.
Who are the boss for dancer?
International events and production. Alive, Bahamas Air, Everybody Wins Live, and Field of Vibes Bahamas Weekend presents
the Evolution Concert on Saturday, March 29th at Clifford Park, featuring Vibes Cartel and Friends.
Bahamas, Nassau, where is this Saturday the 29th of March?
It's one of the biggest events to hit the shores of Nassau, Bahamas.
Get ready for Adi the Teacher, the Dancehall King, a.k.a. the World Boss, Vibes Cartel.
Real bad man, no muggle in a shot.
Log into our official airline Bahamas Air for travel specials. It gets better. We're also giving away a brand new Cybertruck.
And up to $50,000 in cash and prizes at the concert. Compliments of Everybody Wins Live.
Log into our website, feelthevibesweekend.com.
For tickets, tables, skyboxes, and more info.
Visit Ticket Flair or email intlevents242@gmail.com.
WhatsApp or call 1242-808-2369.
Jeans and fitted. I remember Cartel go did it.
Cashmas time, here we go. Mercy's doing it big this year. Cashmas time with extra chair. 12 days of merry winnings from your friends at Island Bay. Friends we trust, game we know. Cashmas time, here we go. Prizes and lots of dough. This Christmas, come catch a lick with 20 on your account. Quick, quick, quick. And you can win some awesome stuff at Percy's Island Game. Yeah.
Come on.
This segment of Eyewitness News is brought to you by the Nassau Paradise Island Wine and Food Festival from March 12th to March 16th. Get your tickets at npiwff.org.
Welcome back. You're watching Eyewitness News. Well, the Bahamas Fly Fishing Industry Association, in partnership with the Small Business Development Corporation and the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, receiving a $50,000 check for a new entrepreneur program, hoping to fuel Bahamian fishermen in the fly fishing industry. Director of BFFIA, Valentino Monroe, highlighting how beneficial the funding is, noting that it also now paves the way for the up-and-coming generation to know fly fishing is still deep within our culture and can be a good source of revenue.
This partnership is an awesome privilege, and I'm happy for the opportunity for BFFIA to work along with the SPDC, who is probably one of the best institutions in this country to help to execute a partnership at this level. The grant funding will go a long way in helping our members and young Bahamians to realize their dreams, putting Bahamians in a better position to compete against the forces throughout the Bahamas. Many of them are international forces who have access to resources that often Bahamians do not have. And so I am pleased and confident that SPDC would help to give Bahamians greater access, not just financially, but would also help to provide the training and the guidance.
Well, Campbell made those remarks just before the check was handed over, encouraging the fishermen to embark on this journey, noting that it will help to elevate Bahamian industries to new heights.
Today, we are pleased to introduce the Fly Fishing Entrepreneurs Initiative, which underscores the commitment to supporting local entrepreneurs, particularly in the fly fishing industry. This initiative will provide the necessary resources, training, support needed to empower Bahamians in this field, ensuring that our waters and fisheries remain protected whilst also fostering economic growth. The success of our marine and agriculture industries depends on collaboration between the government, private sector, and our communities. By working together, we can create a thriving sector that not only supports our livelihoods, but also preserves our rich Bahamian heritage for generations to come.
Well, that wraps up news at this hour. In sports news, the Hugh Campbell finals are tonight. It's Freeport against Nassau. Of course, I'm pulling for Grand Bahama. That wraps up news this Monday, but still to come and beyond the headlines with Shanique Miller. It's a look at all of today's top stories that's coming up and beyond the headlines. It starts right after this. That does it for us here at Eyewitness News. It's certainly been a pleasure having you in our company tonight. On behalf of the entire news team, I'm Janae Nawal saying good night and be safe, everyone.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
Our balls are bigger at Island Luck. So don't let your daily inspirations go to waste. Win now with our selection of lottery games. Play now at islandluck.com or at any of our locations. What's your inspiration?
My name is Lindbergh Smith. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing for both Oasis Fresh and Tropic Shipping. Oasis Fresh is a new fresh produce store located in Lyford Storage and Commerce Park, and we sell fresh produce, meats, dairy, and whole foods. We partner with EV because we also offer delivery services to our clients. We offer it to commercial clients and residential clients. And with the purchase of new carry vans, it helps us to deliver our products faster, more efficiently, and it's cost saving to us. So we are very grateful for the partner with EV Motors in regards to our new fleet of vehicles. We used to spend about $220 per se per vehicle, having about 7 vehicles on the road for both our companies, Oasis Fresh and Tropics, which would cost us about $80,000 a year just on fuel. So you can imagine just how happy we are now with our new EV fleet. There was nothing better than a seamless process of getting new vehicles for our company to help us proceed and be more efficient in the way we operate our business.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Edenwell.
Our top honoree for 2024, coming from Queens College, in the person of Emma Sweeting, receiving 12 A's and 1 B.
Emma Sweeting of Queens College received the Paul Adderley Award for Best Overall BGCSE Performance during the annual National Award Ceremony, which recognized over 300 students who performed outstandingly in the 2024 national examinations. Education Minister Glenys Hanna Martin touted the improvement of student performance in last year's national examinations.
Last year we saw what we hope will become a positive trend of improvement in student performance in the BJC and BGCSE examinations, with a significant increase in the percentage of students sitting the BGCSE exam. We've also seen an increase in school attendance in excess of 92%, a marked increase in the graduation rates nationally and overall student success rates. Our support mechanism of student success coaches in 15 schools, academic coaches, senior high, junior high, and primary in the public sector, is by all accounts yielding positive outcomes.
Wes Underwood of Samuel Guy Pinder All-Age School was one of 4 students who received the award for Best BJC Performance.
I am honored and humbled to share this moment with those who have persevered and committed themselves to the pursuit of excellence.
Jonalie McIntosh for Ed Talk.
Tired
of driving around from place to place just to get your car insured and licensed? Frustrated with the process of being back and forth from your insurance company to road traffic? Well, BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers just made insuring and licensing your motor vehicle as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1. Visit us at the Road Traffic Department, Section 1, Thomas A. Robinson Sports Stadium. At our office, you can purchase or renew your insurance or get your vehicle inspected. We at BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers represent major carriers. Step 2. See the professionals at Road Traffic to get your vehicle licensed. Step 3. Enjoy your day. Insure with BMG Insurance Agents and Brokers today, saving you time and money. Your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Great rates, convenient, excellent service. For more information, call us at 322-2221.
We all know there are ways we can help. Your help can go even further. Be an everyday superhero. Donate to Hands for Hunger.
So you want a space. But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space? The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, the nation still reeling after another brazen shooting kills a young man on Saturday. What's vexing for many of you is that the shooting happened in front of the man's young child. Also tonight, Prime Minister Davison Abaco at a Haitian church. Why? Well, apparently to tell them of their role in keeping the Bahamas safe. Also, just how many Bahamians are employed on the construction site of the Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines project? Are they outnumbered Bahamians that
want online from the comfort of your home and picking it up in as early as 48 hours with Aeropost.com, the Bahamas' biggest online marketplace. Bahamians can shop millions of products for just one fully landed price. That's right, shop everything you need and want on Aeropost.com for just one fully landed inclusive price. Shop electronics, gaming, consoles, kitchen appliances, audio